Alrighty, time for Duelist Kingdom action, and good contestants in this one. It's My Valentine going up against Bandit Keith. Both decks are quite capable of getting strong monsters out very quickly. However, all in all, in in-depth strategy, I think My is slightly more strategic. Bandit Keith is slightly more smash down everything in his path. So from Maya's perspective, to begin this first one, she's drawn Harpy's Hunting Ground, which is a very useful card for her. All of her winged beasts will get an extra 200 points. And it does come with the bonus of the Harpy Lady effect. It's put in to symbolize Maya's use of the Harpy Ladies. It's not too broken of a card for this era. If she plays a Harpy Lady, she can destroy back rank, but she's only got 3 Harpies in her deck, so it's a possible combo, but it's not like Harpy's Hunting Ground. Harpy's Hunting Ground actually can be a bit of a drawback as well, because if Maya plays a Harpy Lady, it will target one of her cards if Bandit Keith doesn't have any on. Now, Maya wasn't able to play any monsters in that first turn. Cyber Soldier of Darkworld from Keith has done 1400 points of damage. There's Tyhone from Maya, so that's a 12 and 14. Maya does have a Gust Fan there if she wants to use it. She could defend with Tyhone and try and get Queen Bird on the field, but no, there we go. She's gone with Tyhone. That's actually not a bad idea. Oh, and she has played Gust Fan as well. That's actually not a bad idea, because if you get Cyber Soldier of Darkworld off the field, you stop Bandit Keith from being able to tribute. And Keith does have quite a few 5-star monsters that would get over an 18. He's got Machine King. He's got its name escapes me. I've pictured the card in my head. But Bandit Keith, he's on 7600. Maya's on 6600, and Keith has summoned Disc Magician, 1350, and Rush Recklessly. So it gives Disc Magician an extra 700 points, and that will get over Tyhone. So Maya down to 6,350 life points. That's a good win for Keith. Disc Magician isn't the strongest monster in the world though, only at 1350. Maya has drawn Magic Jammer. Now her Shard of Greed has clocked over for its 2 counters. Oh, Fiend Reflection 1 as well. There's Blue Winged Crown as well. That's part of Maya's fusion material. Niwatori, Blue Winged Crown make Punished Eagle, I believe it is. 450 off Keith, he's down to 7150. And Maya now with an 1800 on the field, so not bad. Keith does have a few monsters that can get over that though. Oh, actually I was just about to say he's got one, which is at 1850. Mechanical Chaser, and Keith had it in hand. 50 life points off Maya, but getting over an 1850, that might be quite a challenge for Maya. Now, she does have a Magic Jammer on the field. Fiend Reflection 1, there's Duname's the Dark Witch, that's an 1800. But unfortunately, Duname's isn't a winged beast, it's actually a fairy. So unfortunately for Maya, she won't actually be able to get a field power bonus with Duname's. She's played down Fiend Reflection number 1 in defense for this point in time. Bandit Keith, 7150, Maya 6300. Life points still fairly even. Cyber Falcon played by Keith, but the life point gap will start to widen a bit now. A jet-powered hawk that travels at the speed of sound. It's like the metal version of Pidgeot, as Mechanical Chaser gets the win. Cyber Falcon in for the attack, that'll do 1400 to Maya. She's down to 4900, Keith at 7150, and he's in a good position now. He's got a good 1850 on the field, and a 1400 support with Cyber Falcon. Turn change to Maya, who draws Harpy Lady. Again, she can't do much with it. She's just played Duname's. That can go after Cyber Falcon. And that'll do 400 to Keith. He'll be down to 6750. 4900 for Maya. But you feel like Keith might just be starting to take the advantage in this one, because Maya will lose Duname's Dark Witch to Mechanical Chaser. And oh, Keith doesn't play any other monsters down. Interesting. 5 cards in hand. Well, it was 5. Ah, no, there we go. Yugioh. Only a 900 though. Keith now does have a face down spell or trap on the field, which Mai can target if she plays Harpy Lady. Names is done, so Yugioh will do 900. It'll leave Mai with 3950. And you just think that Bandit Keith, despite Mai's fight back, is still commanding the field here. Mai draws Wabaku. Alright, that's a useful card. Mai has played Harpy Lady, so the effect of Harpy's Hunting Ground will come into play here. We'll destroy Keith's face down. It was Time Machine. And Mai has just played Wabaku, so her Harpy Lady will be safe for a turn, and then Mai might actually be able to get Queen Bird to the field at 2000 defense. Or to be 2200, because Harpy's Hunting Ground will do Winged Beasts. And that may actually give Mai a bit of time to try and draw something to get back into this match. And Mai, is she going? She's got to go for Wabaku straight away. Just in case Keith wants to throw anything else down. Wabaku's been activated. Main phase 1 for Keith. What has he got on this turn? He won't be able to destroy Harpy Lady this turn unless he uses like an Offerings to the Doomed or something. Oh, the Unfriendly Amazon, 2000 attack. That is a perfect draw for Mai. She could go for Queen Bird, but why would you? The Unfriendly Amazon comes to the field. It's a bit of a risky card because if Mai loses Harpy Lady, the Unfriendly Amazon will be destroyed on the next turn. But Mechanical Chaser is gone. That was Keith's main attacking weapon there. Now 1500 off Keith, he's down to 4500, so the life point gap is almost closed. It's been a good match so far. Both players getting attacks in, both players now winning advantage. And what does Keith have here? He's got Brave Scissor. It's only a 1300. Oh, and he's got 7 completed. Oh, Mai kept Mystical Space Typhoon in her hand. She could have... Oh, no, okay, she's got Magic Jammer. I did forget about that. Oh, she didn't throw Queen Bird. That's curious, but I would have thrown Queen Bird. I would have kept Mystical Space Typhoon. Oh, and Offerings to the Doomed. Well, if Mai played Mystical Space, she could have used that to destroy 7 completed, then negated Offerings. However, it means that Mai's going to lose the Unfriendly Amazon. She's drawn Takui though, so that in itself, I think that's 1450. It is 1450, so it'll be 1650. And after Brave Scissor, the difference of that is 350, so Keith will be down to 4150. The life point gap closes. There's only 200 life points between them. Mai's with a 1650 on the field though, and that extra 50 points of attack actually comes in very handy because Keith's got stuff like Overdrive, which is 1600. Only tank T-34s is 1700 defense. Now, Keith does only have 2 cards in hand. Oh no, his draw phase would have been skipped, and he ended his turn. So Keith's field is defenseless now. He obviously doesn't have anything else to play. 8 and 1650 is 2450. So that is going to leave Keith with 1700. And you got to say that Mai she's on the cusp of taking this one. If Keith doesn't draw a monster to get back in this, Mai will win it on the next turn. Oh, it's a Monster Reborn. Oh, that is heartbreaking for Mai. And Keith is going to bring back Mechanical Chaser. So that'll get over to Takui. Mai does have Queen Bird. She can tribute Droll Bird. And Takui's just been destroyed. So Mai is down to 3750. She's got the life point advantage, but she... Oh, there's Mask of Weakness. And Mai is for tribute here. So Queen Bird will be at 2200. So if Mechanical Chaser gets tributed and we see... Oh no, what am I thinking of? I don't think Keith has any 22. Now, Slot Machine is 2000, 2300. defense. Barrel Dragon could do it. He goes with Mechanical Chaser, so Keith will lose 350 life points. He's getting a bit low here. 1350 left. There's... Oh, Monstrous Bird. Okay, that'll be 2200 attack. So am I going to exchange defense for attack here? Monstrous Bird will be at 2200, and you got to say that may be... we're getting close to the end here, I think. So 350 off Keith. He is down to a perfect 1000. Keith has already used his offerings to the Doomed. It'll be tough for him to get back in it now. He's played Shard of Greed. On to the end phase, possibly high level monsters, or when I say high level, I mean Zoa, Metal Zoa. Slot Machine 7 stars, Barrel Dragon 7 stars. Who knows what Keith might have had in his hand, but Maya has finished this one off. Keith's life points hit 0 and Maya's taken the first win. So both of these players are predicted to finish quite high up on the table. They're both very good decks, they're both strong players. I would say that both of these would at least hit the top 8. So I reckon we will see both Maya and Keith in finals. Keith has a couple of bonus points already. I don't think Maya has any yet. As we see, Musto, Oracle of Gusto. They rhyme, Musto and Gusto. Rock, paper, scissors goes in favour of Maya, and she is elected to go first in this match. So, round 2, from Bandit Keith's perspective this time, and that's not a bad starting hand. Tribute to the Doomed, Disc Magician, Thunder of Ruler, Machine Conversion Factory is there as well. Maya starts off with 1 Day of Peace. Oh, Keith draws Mask of Weakness as well. And there's Gatekeeper. Maya didn't put any other cards face down. Her life points are safe from the effect of 1 Day of Peace. She's asking Bandit Keith to make the opening move. The Mask of Weakness played down now as well. Thunder of Ruler. Also, Mask of Weakness, so you can think of Disc Magician being at 2050. But, oh no, Keith has activated Thunder of Ruler. Maybe looking to get Gatekeeper to the field, maybe, being a 5-star. Oh, Sky Scout, 1800. Now, Thunder of Ruler means Maya won't get a battle phase, but with an 1800 on the field, Keith does have Tribute to the Doomed though. There's a 0 ritual. Gatekeeper's only 1500 though. Could get to 1800 if you use a Machine Conversion Factory on it. Oh, Keith has used Tribute to the Doomed. Oh, and he's thrown away Gatekeeper. He's kept Zoa. There goes Harpy's brother. Keith does still have that Mask of Weakness, so 1350 could come off of Maya's total here to leave her with 6750. And, 6650 rather. Main phase 2 and phase. So, Disc Magician controlling the field for Keith now. That Mask of Weakness sits there ever menacingly. There's Spirit of the Books. Another early Winged Beast. It's only 1400 though. It's gone in after the Disc Magician. Maya's taken a risk and it's going to come back to bite her. 700 points off of Spirit of the Books, and Disc Magician gets another win. Maya down to 6,000 now. And she has ended her turn, so she's possibly going to take another big hit here. There's Battle Footballer. It's 2100 defense. It's another 1000 attack though, but no, Keith has put it in defense mode. And, oh, he's gone for Machine Conversion Factory. 1650 now for Disc Magician. That does make it difficult for Maya, say, for example, Birdface or Harpy Lady with an equip card that only does her up by 300. For example, 1650 is a bit of a threatening attack against Maya now. 4350 for her. Keith still at his original 8000. There's Harpy Lady. And, oh, Elegant Egotist. Okay, that would be Harpy Lady's sisters. So, Maya may have been holding that, but it looks like she may have just drawn that Harpy Lady. If anything, bit of a destiny draw. Another face down spell or trap from my 1950 with that Harpy Lady Sisters. That will get rid of Disc Magician. So Keith will lose his Machine Conversion Factory, but he does have Battle Footballer. He can't get Zoa to the field though. That's a more important thing. I lost a few life points on that though. What's that? 800 that she took from that failed attack on Battle Footballer. There's ground attack of Bugroth, and Keith probably going to go after the Harpy Lady to get it off the field. Unless Maya can protect it with something. And she does. Negates attack. So protecting her Harpy Lady. It's going to leave ground attack of Bugroth in attack mode. So that's something that the Harpy Lady Sisters could pick off. It'll do another 450 to Keith in life point damage. What does Maya have here? 2100 with Battle Footballer. Is standing strong though. There it is, 450 off Keith. He's down to 7250. 3550 for Maya. I just think Maya might be starting to come back on this one, but 1950 isn't unbeatable. Zero the Mant. Keith has drawn it. He's got the ritual. He can tribute both Zoa and Battle Footballer, and it's a 2800 attack. That is not what Maya would have seen unless her face down's good. Her face down spell or trap, but Keith had to risk it here. He had to go for it. 2800 will get over that 1950. 850 off Maya down to 2700. And now you got to put Keith in the driver's seat of this one. Turn change back to Maya. She will need offerings to the Doomed or something like that to get past Zero the Mant at 2800. Keith used Zero the Mant against Yugioh when they had their warehouse duel. There's One Day of Peace, which Keith plays. Draw him another card. It's Launcher Spider. Oh, that might have been the 2200 that I was thinking of. I knew he had the 2200 of some sort. I just couldn't remember what it was. It's an expensive card though, Launcher Spider. It's 2200, 2500, which isn't bad, especially for early Yu-Gi-Oh, but still at 7 stars. I have Launcher Spider on card too. It was one of the very first cards that I pulled in a booster pack. Metal Raiders, I think it came out of. Reminded me of the robot crab from Final Fantasy VIII, as Maya has played Shard of Greed, looking to get an extra 2 cards in a couple of turns. There's 7 completed. Zero is a fiend though, it's not a machine. Zero has destroyed another Harpy Lady. So big life point difference, big monster difference as well. There's count 1 on that Shard of Greed for Mai. A little bit of a thought process there, but she's just ended her turn. Oh, offerings to the Doomed. That's a great backup card for Keith. And he's gone after Skull Red Bird. 1550 attack is off the field. Mai now has no more defense. She will be able to get another 2 cards here now that her Shard of Greed has concluded, and she activates it, so 2 more cards. She's got 7 in hand. She must be able to do something here. She throws down a face down defense, and just to the end of the turn. Be very curious to see what she has in her hand. Keith himself now has drawn Shard of Greed. Defense for Maya was Drollbird. Now, fortunately for Maya, Keith hasn't drawn any other monsters yet. The 7 completed can make even a weak machine monster quite strong as well. Quite the adversary. It'll be for Maya again. She's gone with another defense. What in the world does she have in her hand? 6 cards. There's Slot Machine, which is another one of those high-level monsters of Keith. Dark Bat this time is what Mai played down. That's been swept up by Zero. Mai still 7 cards in hand. Oh, there's Harpy's Hunting Ground. Just another defense. Maybe just dud cards. There's Mechanical Chaser has been drawn from Keith. 1850 and 700 will be 2550. And Shard of Greed activated now as well. There's Brave Scissor and Pendulum Machine. Although, if... oh, what's he doing? Oh, he's gone with Mechanical Chaser. It was the Unfriendly Amazon. I was going to say he should have equipped that with 7 completed, made it a sure thing, but either way, it's not going to matter. Keith, 2800 of Zera, unless Maya's face down can block, and it doesn't. Alright, we're at 1-1. Tell you what, these two are having a good match. It's been... The first match was very even. Keith overpowered that second match a bit, but you never know with Maya. If she draws those handy combos early on, she can really be very tough to beat, but so nobody will be able to get a bonus point in this one, but they are still playing for that all-important season point. Keith versus Maya one more time as Blizzard Princess. That's Shiva from Final Fantasy games, isn't it? Blizzard Princess, Ice Queen. First to go for Bandit Keith in the third and final match. Oh, how can these two bring it home? They've given us 2 pretty good games so far. Monstrous Bird, Birdface, Follow Wind, Polymerization, and Wabaku. For Mai, well, she could, one day of peace from Keith. Ooh, now Mai's got Niwatori. If she draws Blue Winged Crown, she can fuse together the Punished Eagle, which is a 2100. For anyone wondering why we decided to put all these winged beasts in Maya's deck, most of her deck in other Yu-Gi-Oh games is winged beast. In Yu-Gi-Oh Duelist of the Roses, 1700 with Oni Tank. In Duelist of the Roses, Mai had most of these cards. She was mostly a winged beast and harpy player, and she was a nightmare in that game because her field was all, or most of it was all mountains. The perimeter of the board was wasteland, but her field was mountains. All of her cards got a 500 point buffer, and she had cards like Monstrous Bird, she had Punished Eagle, she had Harpy Lady Sisters, and she would lay her field full of between 2 and sometimes 3,000 plus monsters, and she would just advance on you and just wipe everything off your field. It was like a chessboard. If you've never played Duelist of the Roses, highly recommend it if you've got a PS2 or... I'm not sure if it ever came out on Xbox. I had it on PS2. As Maya has thrown down Niwatori, maybe reluctantly. She does have Wabaku there. She might be looking to get Monstrous Bird down. Keith with Giant Mech Soldier, which he replaced with his Oni Tank T-34. Wabaku is activated. So that'll protect Niwatori. Maya's got Follow Wind and Gust Fan. If she put them together on Monstrous Bird, that would be 2700. That's quite an attacking unit. Oh, and for Duelist of the Roses against Maya, she had all those equipped cards too, and she had multiple copies of all of them. Harpy's Hunting Ground as well. So Monstrous Bird here, that'll get to 2900. That's stronger than Zera. Here's to 1750 of Giant Mech Soldier. And it looks like Maya's going to go all in here. 2200, 2500. Is she going all in? She is going all in. I guess she has to. Polymerization and Queen Bird is the only other thing she has. And she goes after Giant Mech Soldier. Oh, Mask of Weakness. That'll bring Monstrous Bird down to 2200. And oh my god. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Bandit Keith has used Mask of Weakness and Rush Recklessly together as a combo. Oh my word, that is an absolute shocker. What was that differential? 1400 attack point swing to favour of Giant Mech Soldier at its 1750. It was 1750 taking on 2900, and Giant Mech Soldier won it by 250 attack points. There's Hysteric Sign. That won't do much. Could pull an Elegant Egotist. But with Queen Bird and Polymerization, what a combo play that was for Keith. He's just played Magic Jammer as well. That'll block Hysteric Sign. That way, if Maya was lucky enough to draw a Harpy, she could have got Harpy Lady Sisters down, but... Oh, that is the way this game goes sometimes. Maya went all in. She kind of had to. She has nothing else available. As Giant Mech Soldier now in for an attack, 1750. Maya down to 2500. It'll take a miracle from here for her to get back. And she draws Fiend Reflection number 2. If she could get Queen Bird down, it'd be 2200 defense. 1750 isn't unassailable. Duname's the Dark Witch. Blue Winged Crown could get the 200 point buffer and get to 1800. Sky Scout could get to 2000. So Maya has a few outs in her deck to get her out of this. She knows that Bandit Keith's already used his Rush Reckless Leanie's Mask of Weakness. Faith Bird, 1700. Oh, if Maya had kept one of those equip cards. But she went all in. Faith Bird could have benefited from either one of them. Ah, Metal Morph. 2050 now for Giant Mech Soldier. That'll get a boost for every monster it attacks until that attack is done. It's only if Giant Mech Soldier attacks, so I believe yes, if it attacks. Tyhone won't be able to do much. It goes to defense. Even if Maya drew Duname's or Sky Scout, formerly known as Harpy's brother, it wouldn't do any good now. Not for a 2050. That might be why Keith played Metal Morph, to prevent that. And if he did, if that's what our player was thinking, that is actually very good foresight, because even the unfriendly Amazoness won't be able to get over 2050. That extra 50 attack points is very, very handy for Keith. Oh, there it is, Duname's the Dark Witch. Well, that'll be able to get over Cyber Soldier of Dark World at least, do some damage to Keith's life points, but Giant Mech Soldier at 2050, that'll get an extra 900. Ah, Time Machine. Well, it won't matter now. Maya is going to lose this third and final match. She was completely overpowered in this third one. But man, did these two give us a good match. I mean, Giant Mech Soldier would get a 900 point buffer, 2950, and that'd actually wipe out the rest of Maya's life points anyway with its own attack. Don't actually need Cyber Soldier of Dark World there if you didn't want it, Keith, but there it is, 1150 off Maya. Well, this was a really good match. It was a 5-star match. These two gave it everything. They threw attacks at each other, but in the end, Bandit Keith has edged it 2-1. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for reading all the comments. Thanks for leaving all the comments as well. I am in the process of getting back to them as quickly as I can. Thanks for tuning in, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, take care, farewell.